All right, Thursday night football tonight sees the Toronto Argonauts taking on the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And the biggest question coming into this game is which Chad Kelly shows up? Because we all just sat there and watched Nathan Rourke not show up in his first time back in a couple of years. Kelly is a little bit more familiar with everything. It's only been a couple of years for Rourke, but A, hasn't really played a whole lot over the last couple of seasons. And B, there's actually been a bit of turnover out there in BC. The same can't really be said for Toronto. That this is a team that he played with just last November and was even practicing with at the start of training camp. So I do think that there is at least something there for him to kind of fall back onto. But the other part of it is he doesn't really have to do much to be the best quarterback this team has seen all season long. And again, I don't like talking positive about this guy based off of accusations and the suspension and all of that. But it is very obvious he is one of the best quarterbacks and most talented players in the Canadian Football League. Now, he is facing a defense that has caused problems for teams all season long. Last time we saw Kelly in a real CFL game, he was throwing to the wrong team a lot, and Saskatchewan is very good at making you do that. They are getting more pressure on the quarterback than I thought they would this year with Johnson, with Carney. Cox has been in there as well, and Milligan is picking everything off, and so that has been great. So that defense is good, but the Toronto defense now looks scary. They are mostly healthy. No McManus, which we'll get to in a second, but Aromalade, Saresna, Amos, all really, really strong pieces. There are some very good complementary spots on this team as well. And so they can give the Saskatchewan Roughriders, I think, a lot of problems in this game. They are still missing Wynton McManus. A very talented player against a very good Rider offense that looked better with Trevor Harris than they did with Shea Patterson, obviously. The thing that gave me pause about not putting this into my best bets is with no McManus, the Argos have been a little bit vulnerable to the middle of the field. Reggie Begelton ate them alive in a couple of games on passes over the middle of the field, and that is where Trevor Harris really seemed to dine. New receiver Myers has done a great job over the middle the last couple of weeks. You're getting Keenan Schaefer-Baker back as well, so that is a player who can kind of settle into that area. And so with no McManus kind of ranging in the middle and the big part of the field there, what passing lanes are available for Trevor Harris? So I think this game probably goes under, and I think it probably goes to Toronto, but I do think Saskatchewan is a very interesting live dog in this game as well. So that is the Thursday night preview. We'll preview the rest of the Canadian Football League coming up on Friday's show.